Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at the Field House in the Alex Kulovich Athletic Complex at Marblehead High School as the Magicians girls basketball team takes on the Danvers Falcons. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV, and stay tuned to the end of the game when I'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game. We should have a pretty good game here tonight between these two teams. This is the second meeting between the two. Danvers got the best of the Magicians 54-25 in the season opener for both teams back on December 12th. And the Magicians come in 6-3, but Danvers is the top team in the NEC. They are 8-1 overall and 3-0 in conference. They've won 5 straight. The Magicians have won 2 straight. They're playing some pretty good basketball right now, coming off their highest scoring game of the season with 54 points over Everett High School. And the Falcons average just about 54 points per game, so we'll see what happens here this evening. The starting lineups for the two teams for the visiting Falcons, they have Sienna Lynch, number 1, Kata Brown, number 2, Annabelle Boyd, number 20, Kendall Murphy, number 21, and Angie Louise Gioco, number 30. And for the Magicians, as the ball goes up in the air and is tipped and the Magicians control the tap, that's Tessa Andriano, number 21. She's one of the leaders of the offense. She can step out and hit it from long range. She's basically a do-it-all type of offensive player. And you got Greta Sachs with the ball here. Ainsley McDonald, number 32, as Andriano fires and hits right on cue. A triple to start the game. And you have the two guards, Nora Mahan and Haley Schmidt, number 4 and 1. They are up front here on the full court press by the Magicians. Danvers breaks it easy. It's not a lot of pressure put on there by the Magicians. Danvers look good in warm-ups. They're hitting a majority of their shots. They'll fire a 3 to try to tie it. It's off the back rim, pulled down by Gioco. Kicked back out. This is Lynch and Brown with Kendall Murphy. Everybody getting a touch as Boyd sees it next. Then Gioco takes the shot. It's off the mark and out of bounds. Danvers as well shows a full court press. Into the hands of Mahan, almost turns it over. They've got to get it across. Shot clock looked like it reset when it shouldn't have. And a layup missed by Haley Schmidt. Danvers back up the floor in transition. Inside to Gioco. And she scores to make it 3-2. Sachs tried to front her. Stolen at half court. That layup off the mark. Pulled back out. Now driven down the baseline. Kicked out to Gioco. Defended by McDonald. She kicks. One more pass in the corner. The 3 is again off the back rim. Schmidt with the rebound. McDonald gets it across to Andriano. Looking low, and the pass is picked off. Intended for Greta Sachs. Great hustle by Gioco to get back and steal it. Back-to-back turnovers by the Magicians, and that's something they cannot do tonight against the 8-1 Falcons. If they want to get out of here with a win, they have to play a clean game. Tend to shoot it. Shot from about 13 feet. Sachs gets a piece. Ball still loose. 3 to shoot. That's an air ball. And unfortunately, it is last touched by Schmidt, but the shot clock should not have reset. Schmidt never had full control. There should be 1 second, if not a shot clock violation. And that's what Coach Paul Moran is saying to the officials. Ball did not hit the rim. This is the right call. Schmidt never had control, so no possession change. Danvers has 1 second on the shot clock to shoot. Into Joko, she's got to get rid of it. Shot clock violation as they both get tripped up, but it's not a great possession by Danvers, to say the least. Mahan feeling pressure from behind, kicks to Andriano, another three, about the same spot, she buries it. Magicians by 4. Already halfway through the first quarter. Inside to Joko, defended by Sachs. Good defense. Sachs using her side, made Joko adjust. Couldn't hit the layup. Marblehead back in transition. Andriano was cutting back door, but Ainsley had it poked away. 2 subs coming in for the Magicians. It's going to be Carries Moran, number 3, and Lucy McDonald, number 31. Ainsley into Lucy. Lucy looking low. Instead, the pass is deflected into the hands of Sachs. Kicks to Andriano, 15 to shoot. Handoff to Ainsley McDonald. Now Moran. Back out to Andriano. It's going to be in her hands, potentially to fire here with 5 to shoot, and she throws it away. Pass picked off by Sienna Lynch. She goes the distance and lays it in. Cross midcourt, down low to Greta. She has it knocked away. Joko, a hard dribble across half court. Another tip pass, but Danvers keeps control. Kick to Joko, or feeder on the line, that's a 2. That ties the game at 6. 3:30 left in the first. Bad decision by Ainsley to pick up her dribble. But again, the shot clock resets in the backcourt. Someone's quick on the trigger down there. A little bit of a home clock. Another turnover by the Magicians results in a missed layup by Danvers, and they're spoiling some pretty good chances from close range. Pass goes into Lucy McDonald, fumbles the dribble, up to Ainsley McDonald. She'll dribble it across, defended hard. Lynch could get called for a reach, but it's another turnover from the Magicians and a transition layup and 1. And Ainsley McDonald with her palms up. I don't think she ever touched her either. I think the referee anticipated that call. But it's going to send Danvers to the line to try to make it a 3-point play. Layup is good for Lila Flynn. Flynn misses to the left. Rebound pulled down. Lucy to Greta at the high post on the elbow. Trying to force it to Andriano, and it's another turnover by the Magicians. Danvers going to give it right back. Some sloppy play here in the first quarter. Danvers by 2. Lucy McDonald with a head of steam, but no numbers. Gets to the baseline, gets by Joko, puts it up short on the layup, pulls down her own rebound, up to Mahan. She's long on her attempt. Sachs pulls it down, up off the glass and in. Great follow by Greta. Ties it at 8. Magicians in the 2-3 zone. Joko down low to Lynch, excuse me, to Flynn, up over the rim. Magicians back on the move, and that's going to be a blocking foul against Lynch. Brown, Boyd, and Stella Shares check in for the visitors. McDonald, a head fake, drives, gets the roll. Magicians back on top. Minute and a half left in the first. 10-8. Lucy McDonald forces the ball handler into the corner between half court and the sideline, but they get out of it. And a turnover by the Falcons on the drive by Maroney. Ainsley into the paint, kicks to Moran, excuse me. Moran almost gets tied up twice. Wide open on the pass from Andriano. McDonald drives and is fouled and will go to the line with 53.5 left in the quarter. Fouls on Shares. First from Ainsley, rims off. That's going to be short. That's an air ball. And Ainsley's coming out of the game. Be replaced by Mahan. Oh, Nora got a piece of that. Also looked like it hit off of Maroney afterwards, but the call is for Danvers. Coach Moran was trying to get Greta back in the game for defensive purposes on this late possession here in the first quarter, but she was late getting to the table. Wasn't awarded into the game. Little floater from the short corner, off the rim, pulled down by the Magicians. Mahan up ahead, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Lila Flynn. Good job by Norma Mahan pushing up court. Danvers defense caught off guard, draws the foul. Sachs back in for Andriano. Not sure that's the substitution I would have made, taking your best shooter off the floor with a half minute left in the quarter. Lucy McDonald drives, gets it to Greta. Lucy into the lane, nice move. Ball in and out. Shot clock turned off. 12 seconds. With Shares. Now with Boyd. 5. Got to get it up. Blocked by Sachs. And carries Moran will just hold it. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the score 10-8 Magicians. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Pretty good start, at least on the scoreboard for the Magicians, holding the 8-1 Falcons to just 8 points in the first quarter, despite turning the ball over a bunch of times. Danvers really unable to capitalize on the turnovers. Andriano with those 2 opening threes. Got the Magicians rolling offensively. She's got 6 of the 10. Again, the Magicians coming off 2 of their 3 highest scoring outputs this season, beating Everett last Friday 54-36 and beating Swampscott here at home 48-36. They scored 49 back on December 22nd against Revere. Those are their 3 highest scoring games of the season. beat badly by these Falcons in the home opener, 54-25. But hanging in there now with the 2-point lead as the second quarter begins. Head fake gets Andriano off her feet, enough for the drive to the basket by Brown. But her shot off the rim. Rebound to the Magicians. McDonald drives, stops outside the paint, shakes the defender, and the shot's going to rattle in. Magicians by 4. Cross court swing pass, wing to wing, knocked around. Danvers regains possession with 7 to shoot. Into Joko at the elbow. She'll fire, and another air ball from the Falcons, and they try to save it, but the referee says Boyd is out of bounds. Not much they could have done with the shot clock rolling down anyway. Danvers makes a substitution. Put on the full court press. Long inbounds pass to McDonald. Almost traveled. Schmidt gets outside the block, turns, kicks to Andriano, who gets in the paint, shovels a pass over to Greta Sachs, up off the glass and in. Magicians by 6. Danvers all out of sorts offensively, and now the Magicians are turning their turnovers into points, something the Falcons have been unable to do on their end. That is a 3, no good. That could have been a foul. Good offensive rebound by Flynn, and she was sort of pushed towards the end line as she took the second chance shot. Crossover by McDonald, drives, kicks. It's loose, it's tied up, and it's going to stay with the Magicians. Just about 2 minutes in to the second quarter. Inbounds pass. McDonald's open. They get it to her. Forces a wild shot up. And then that's a foul in the backcourt. It's going to go against Haley Schmidt. Team fouls reset at the end of every quarter, so that's the first foul against Marblehead. Make it 2 as Mahan commits 1. MHS switching into a 1-3-1 defense. Well, I guess maybe just for the inbounds pass. They still look like they're in a 2-3. Danvers brings it out of the corner. Sachs doing a nice job on Joko down low, but they do get it to her, and she slips past Greta and puts it in. A little bit of the broadcaster's jinx right there. McDonald loses her dribble, turns it over. There's really no need for her to get that deep. Should have set up the offense. Danvers back on the other end, gets fouled by Andriano. That's 3 quick team fouls here in the first 3 minutes of the second quarter. It's a shooting foul. Wow. Murphy to the line. Drills the first. Carries Moran and Lucy McDonald check back in. Sienna Goldberg comes in for Danvers, and the second free throw's off the mark. Another rebound for Tessa. She's been strong on the boards here early on. Sachs calling for it. She's open. Doesn't catch it cleanly. If you're going to call for it, you got to catch it. Danvers looking to turn another Magicians turnover into points. With a 3, they tie it, 14-11. They'll drive instead, and it is last touched by Danvers. Ball fumbled away by Murphy. Ball into Mahan. Blitzes past the defender. 3-on-1 to McDonald and sacks. Easy lay-in for Greta. 5-point lead. Timeout, Danvers. David Chisholm, head coach of the Falcons, wants to talk things over. His team out of whack on both ends of the floor. This does not look like an 8-1 team. 16-11 is the score with 4:35 left before halftime. Chisholm animated with his girls in the huddle, where Paul Moran a lot more calm with his girls with the 5-point advantage. That was a great press break on that last one by the Magicians, getting the inbound in quick. The defender for Danvers overplayed it, and Mahan able to rush ahead. And 2 quick passes to McDonald, who pulled the defender up towards the free throw line, and then Sachs wide open on the block to finish. Greta with a few baskets now. She and Andriano have really been the 2 best offensive players this season for the team. 2 of the 3 captains, the other Samara Dosh, who's out with an injury. Open 3, too strong. The air ball's racking up for Danvers now. McDonald all the way to the rim, gets fouled. It's a good call. Going to go against Murphy. She put her hands up like she was innocent, but a lot of body contact. Thought Lucy might get the home bounce right there, but she misses the first. Number 10, Kyla Maroney checks back in for Danvers, replacing Annabelle Boyd. That one's also too strong. Sachs almost had the rebound. It goes into the corner, and Mahan does collect it, double teamed, and from the bench, Coach Moran calls a timeout. Mahan in trouble down there. Good recognition by Coach Moran. Danvers only lost this year out of conference to Hamilton Wenham, where they were held to 21 points. By far their lowest scoring game of the season. Lost 26-21. They've won 5 straight since then. Only scoring under 55 points one time in those 5 wins. A 38-33 win over Essex North Shore Aggie, which was the game following the Wenham loss. And they've scored 59, 58, 59, and 57 since then, coming off a 57-52 win over Peabody. It's the second and final meeting between these 2 teams, unless they were somehow meet in the tournament. Danvers ranked 22nd in the MIAA Power Rankings right now. The Magicians are 36th. Fresh shot clock for the Magicians out of the timeout. Sachs being held from behind, and that is a good call and good eye by the official to see that hand wrapped around the back of Sachs. Call is going to go against Maroney. Ainsley comes back in. Norma Hand checks out. Pretty good size out there for the Magicians now with McDonald, Sachs, Andriano, and carries Moran. Fade pass into the corner. Andriano has to play some defensive back from behind the Danvers player, knocks it away, collects it, gets it to Lucy McDonald, drives and misses the layup. Danvers back the other way. Corner three from the near side, no good. Offensive rebound. Kicked back out. Drive, Magicians collapsing the defense in the paint. Not giving Danvers anything easy from close range. Danvers frantic. His head coach saying to relax. 10 to shoot. Bombs away for Kata Brown. Another air ball and out of bounds. Danvers looking like they wasted all their makes in warm-ups. They're not even close on some of these shots. 3 minutes to play before half. Number 5, Eliza Bland, about 6 feet tall, maybe even taller than that, now in the game down low for the Magicians, but Tessa Andriano stepped out of bounds. Despite a ton of turnovers here in the first half, the Magicians still lead 16 to 11. As Danvers not doing anything offensively. Nice backdoor cut by the Falcons. They get behind the zone, but they blow the layup. And then they turn it over. McDonald, crossover. Should have been a carry. They'll let him play through it. And another turnover. This is an easy open layup, but can she make it? Lila Floyd does. Puts it off the backboard and in. Danvers probably feels good just to see the ball go through the hoop right now. They went a long time without scoring. Hard drive by McDonald. She is fouled and will head to the line. McDonald front rim on the first. Magicians got to make their free throws. Shaping out to be a close game. They're going to need them. And she misses both. Joko with the rebound. Strong hands. Eliza Bland doing a nice job on Joko down low. McDonald knocks it away. Another late shot clock for Danvers. Down to 7 to shoot. Joko drives. McDonald wraps her up and fouls her with 4 to shoot. And the referee not going to give her free throws, says the foul came on the floor. Shot clock reset on the foul. Another air ball from long range for Danvers. The offensive rebound, the second attempt, bounces off the rim. This is going to be a 2. Count it for Annabelle Boyd. Right foot on the three-point line. 16-15, a minute left. McDonald drives, forgot her luggage. Pass up ahead from Joko. Looking to get the pass back to her. It's behind her. Sachs picks it up. And a bump outside the three-point line. This will be the 4th team foul on Danvers. Magicians should have it on the sideline. Danvers going to make a late substitution here before halftime, bringing back in Sienna Lynch in exchange for Kata Brown. Magicians can hold it till about 11 seconds left. McDonald goes right at the defender in the paint, trips but kicks it in time. Lucy McDonald off the back rim, sacks, offensive rebound, trapped in the corner. Looking for the baseline pass to Bland, had it for a moment, then turns it over. 3-on-1 back the other way for the Falcons. They can take the lead. Joko takes the contact, gets it up, and that is another call. The referee says it's on the floor. I'm shocked at that one. Joko pleading her case. That should be a shooting foul. She had collected a ball and was going up. And he changes his mind on his way to the table. It will be a shooting foul. At least he changed his mind to the correct call. Good rotation on the ball for Joko. A free throw ties the game at 16. Danvers has never led. Has a chance to take the lead now, right before the half. Can't do it. It rattles out. And it's going to be Marblehead ball. The Magicians broke the eye on the press break too quickly. McDonald probably could have got called for an offensive foul there through an elbow, but Ainsley's going to work her way towards the paint, runs through the defender. The refs hold their whistle. 8 seconds left. Transition play, another 3-on-1 chance. Joko catches and lays it in with the left hand. Good looking layup for Danvers to take the lead in the final seconds before halftime. Magicians stuck on 16 for a while there. Danvers battles back for an 18-16 lead at the break. We'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so if you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please click subscribe on our YouTube page, and also consider making a donation to our station by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button there. We'll be back after this with second half action. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton. The second half between the Magicians and the Falcons about to get underway. Falcons will inbound. Team shooting towards their benches here in the second half. Danvers with a late surge in the second quarter to take the lead. And Joko rips it away from Andriano, trying to steal it from him, and misses the layup. Story of the first half for the two teams. Magicians, a lot of turnovers. Danvers unable to capitalize on them with a bunch of close range misses like that one. And the Magicians got stuck on 16 points for a long time there in the second quarter. This ball is going to stay with the Magicians. Schmidt to inbound. Overthrows McDonald. It's loose. Picked back up by Schmidt. Goes a long way from inbounding to get that one. Mahan. To Ainsley McDonald. And Tess Andriano. 3 to shoot it inside to Ainsley McDonald. Knocked out of bounds. The Magicians going to have 2 seconds to shoot. I'd really like to see this get into sacks quickly or right in the hands of Andriano for a 3. It is Andriano. It's going to be a 2, though. She gets fouled. As the ball rolls off, looked like it might roll in. But Tess to the line for 2. And I was going to make the point coming out of the break there that Tess had the first 2 threes of the game. And I'm not sure she scored again, so they got to get her back involved in the offense. Good to see them go to her. And she misses the free throw. But as they gave up the lead late in the second, she's going to have to be a big part of this Magicians' second half if they want to get back into it and win it. Snap the Danvers 5-game win streak. This game set up to be a lot closer than the first meeting between these two teams in the season opener for the two. It's a 54-25 win for the Falcons. Sachs off the block, turns and misses. She's got to make that one. Three. In the air and in the bucket. Annabelle Boyd knocks it down. Biggest lead of the night for the Falcons. They did not lead until they took the lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now up 4, 21-17. And they were airballing threes in the first half. That looked a lot more like what we saw in warm-ups, them knocking down almost every shot they took. It's going to be a jump ball possession to MHS. Shot clock resets to 20 seconds. Danvers doubling Mahan. Want to force it into somebody else. Backdoor for Ainsley McDonald to Sachs on the 3-point line. That's not her bread and butter, so she gives it up quick. Mahan will try a 3 off the top of the backboard, and Greta's having trouble catching the ball tonight. That one bats around between both of her hands, and then she commits a foul. That's her first. But Greta's dropped a couple passes and a couple rebounds. She's got to get those hands working. Joko kicks out, another 3 in the air and another 3 through the net for Annabelle Boyd. Make it back-to-back threes for Boyd. Lead is now 6 for the Falcons. The Magicians need one and they need it bad, but they turn it over. Falcons chase it down in the corner. Boyd across midcourt, forces a pass to Joko. Marblehead had it for a second. Joko ends up collecting it, missing from about 4 feet. Second chance, dropped in by who else? Boyd again. 8 straight points for Annabelle Boyd, and another turnover for the Magicians as that goes off of Andriano's hands. And this is not the start the Magicians wanted. Since about 4 minutes to go before halftime, MHS has lost momentum in this contest. Falcons starting to get in a rhythm. It's Boyd again. The junior hands off, and she's wide open again on the three-point line. McDonald closes out hard. She blows by her, puts it up too strong. Joko rips down the rebound around Sachs and Andriano. Then Greta blocks the shot. Big block. Timely. McDonald drives, forces it up amongst two defenders. Long. Loose. Andriano has it. Looked like her hair got caught under the arm of Boyd. Gets out of that. The Magicians miss twice, 3 times. Tessa gets blocked. Crowd wants a foul, but I don't think there was any contact. Now Mahan forces a loose ball from Boyd, and Boyd goes down hard. Fell into her own teammate. Everybody's all right. A few frantic moments there by both teams. With the crowd in a bit of a frenzy. Both fan bases wanting fouls called. Almost halfway through the third quarter, 4:22 left. The Magicians have just 1 point. The free throw here in the third. They've only scored 7 points since the end of the first quarter, where they led 10-8. Danvers up by 8 with the ball. Strong drive off the inbounds pass all the way to the rim for Sienna Lynch, and she earns herself 2 free throws. Tess Andriano commits the foul. That is her third. Lynch with a ton of backspin on the shot. Drops in the second, goes 1 for 2. 9-point lead for the Falcons. Knocked away and out of bounds. Magicians will keep it. Danvers doesn't like the call. Really difficult pass inside to Andriano. Great catch and finish. Tessa's first field goal since her opening 2 threes, and now a steal and a 2-on-1. And McDonald blows the layup. That's a gotta have it moment right there. Not smart by Shares, stopping with her feet straddling half court. McDonald with the push off. It's gonna be an offensive foul. No basket. Joko couldn't get it across, goes back baseline, runs through Mahan, turns it over. Andriano collects and gets fouled. Danvers head coach wanted a trip against Mahan. Paul Moran wanted a charge on Joko, trying to dribble through Mahan. They let everything go, and it winds up in free throws for Tessa, who knocks down the first. Two for two for Tess. The Magicians working their way back into it. They almost steal the inbounds pass. They trap. What do we got? Timeout called by Danvers. Backside official. Way across the court. Way across the court calls that. And Paul saying that the trail official in this case, nearest to the play, should have been the one to make that call. Not sure he would have heard the Danvers coach, but Paul thought they had possession. And Danvers will keep it with a 5-point lead. Magicians doing a decent job with the full court press right now, creating traps and turnovers. You know Paul's going to keep it on. We'll see if he does here on the side out. A little more difficult, but yeah, he looks like he will. It's been a staple of Coach Moran's defense since he was coaching Swampscott boys when I played against him. Danvers breaks it quickly. That's why you don't always do it from the side out, but Greta stands her ground on the block, swats it away. Tessa on the wing looking inside for McDonald, and they turn it back over to Danvers. Like to see Tessa be a little more patient there, but also Lucy stop outside the paint instead of keeping her momentum going. Danvers turns it into points on the other end with Lynch hitting the layup. 2:45 left in the quarter. Mahan pushes off the defender. Danvers up too high. Sachs wide open underneath. Finishes to make it a 5-point game once again. Danvers quick with the break, 3-on-1. Sachs gets a hand on it, knocks it away. Great job by Greta. And arguing her case that Danvers touched it last, I think she's right. It looked like it was deflected twice. Greta using those long arms, getting in the passing lane. Excellent job. Tough ask on a 3-on-1 to make any sort of play, and she does it. 3 for Boyd. Off the back rim. That's going to be over the back on Joko. The Magicians can cut it to 2 with a 3. But the game's still within reach. Danvers was trying to run away with it. Had the momentum. It sort of swung back to MHS. And McDonald travels. Those are little mistakes that you can't make when you're trying to chip away at the lead. She's going to take a seat. No, she's not. Greta's coming out. Carries Moran back in. And Carries gets blown by. Another 3-on-1. This time it's Tessa trying to shut it down. Joko gets around her and finishes. Wide open jumper for Ainsley McDonald. Short. Norma Hand gets a hand in there, knocks away the defensive rebound. Fresh possession. Lucy drives, denied by Lynch. Tess draws a double team. One defender leaves. She's looking low for Moran, and she throws it away. Open space ahead for the Falcons point guard. Andriano gets a hand on it. Danvers will inbound underneath. But again, a 3-on-1 turns into a half-court possession for Danvers, which allows the Magicians to set up their defense. Magicians doing a nice job in transition D. Mahan got a hand on it. And it's going to be tipped into the backcourt. Danvers recollects. 15 to shoot, under a minute left in the quarter. Open three. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Kata Brown dribbled it off her leg, saves it. They swing it. Baseline drive, looking middle to Joko. Up over two defenders and in. Joko starting to make her mark on this game. 32-23, biggest lead of the night for Danvers. Mahan has her three swatted out of bounds with 27.5 left in the quarter and 26 on the shot clock. I would pull this out if Danvers allows it and run the clock all the way down. Don't really want to give them an extra long possession here. Kick it. Moran's going to try it. No. Oh, Schmidt goes down real hard. And collision with Andriano, hit the back of her head on the court. And pops back up quickly. But as the Magicians make a basket. Coach and training staff immediately out to get Haley. I think Schmidt is laughing and potentially crying a little bit, but more laughing over here. She seems to be okay. She collided with Tessa on the rebound. It's good that she looks to be fine. So 14 seconds left in the third. Magicians able to score off that offensive rebound. So it's 32-25. Got to get a stop here. Long pass, not real smart by the Falcons. Tess gets a hand on it. Takes a few seconds off the clock, so now 11.4. Danvers got to get it across quickly if they want to get a shot off. Down to 6. Kata Brown down low. Knocked away and collected by the Magicians, and then they're swarmed. Oh, and a late whistle. He wanted to make a call. He put his fist halfway up in the air and then told Joko to thank him for not calling the foul with tenths of a second left before the quarter. But you got to commit to it if you call it. Not sure the Magicians could have done anything with it, but that is the end of the third quarter. It's 32-25. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. So a 16-point third quarter for Danvers after they scored 18 total in the first half. The Magicians dump in 9 of their own. Now they are trying to battle their way back. MHS hits the road for their next 2 games. Friday at Winthrop, a 6 o'clock start. And then next Tuesday at Beverly, also at 6. They haven't played Winthrop yet. This is going to be the second matchup with Beverly. They beat them 33-20 in the second game of the season. Danvers with the possession arrow to start the 4th. Another 3 for Boyd, in and out. Her 8 straight points to start the 3rd quarter. Big reason why Danvers has a 7-point lead right now. Moran might have traveled once, might have traveled twice. But anyway, gets it to Sachs, and Greta finishes. Greta got to be the leading scorer tonight for the Magicians. Cuts it to 5. Joko back the other way, challenged by Greta, but gets it around her, up off the glass and in. Magicians got to move around. McDonald drives, open layup, misses. Jump ball, it'll stay with MHS. Shot clock pretty much full as the ball had just hit the rim. Tessa drives, forces it up amongst 2 Danvers players. It rattles off. Another jump ball coming. And that'll go the Falcons' way. Magicians execute the trap in the corner, and a timeout called by Coach Chisholm for Danvers. They were in big trouble down there. It's a pretty big size roster for the Magicians, but Coach Moran only going 8 deep tonight, trying to knock off the best team in the NEC. Falcons 8-1 overall, 3-0 in the league. The Magicians 6-3 overall, and they are 3-3, 4-3 in the league. Danvers breaks the press, another 3-on-1, well executed. This time Sachs couldn't get to it on the near block. Lila Flynn finishes. Leads back to 9. Moran throws it away, trying to get it to Mahan. And Mahan fouls Lynch. 2 free throws coming for the Falcons. Misses the first. Falcons' biggest win of the season came a couple games ago. They beat Salem 59-10. Salem is not good. They scored 2 points in a game the other day. Forget who the opponent was. Magicians will play the Witches on February 3rd. here at home. Inside, block to block, sacks. Looked like she might have been able to draw an and one there on the putback. That was a travel that they missed. Lynch's feet moving first. And that's off of Sachs. It definitely looked like it was off Maroney, but maybe off the heel of Greta. Got some of the fans talking a little bit. That should be a 2 if it goes. Off the front rim, another offensive rebound for Danvers. Thrown right to Greta, but she drops it again. What's going on with her tonight? That's one they gotta have. That's a gimme. Instead, it's another possession for Danvers. Looking like a wide open 3 for Boyd. And this time, the call goes the Magicians' way. Really like to watch some of these back, as that looked like it was off Marblehead. Oh well, they need a basket here. McDonald, a couple crossovers, doesn't go anywhere, picks up her dribble. Sachs inside, Andriano with great position, and she misses the easy layup, so unlike Tessa. Misses another one, how about a third? Misses that too. And Danvers rips down the rebound. Mahan, tough defense, forces a turnover. Back rim for Lucy McDonald. 1-on-4, back the other way for Lynch and the Falcons, and she wisely pulls it back out. Drive and kick. Swung to the wing. Lynch. Boyd to her right. Open. Can't leave her too open. 10 to shoot. Boyd's going to try it. And it's good again. You have to close out on her. That is her third 3 of the half. Almost the same spot as how she opened the third quarter. Extends the lead to 11. Sachs drives off the back rim, and that is going to go Danvers' way. Last touched by Andriano. The Falcons looking like they're on their way to their 6th straight win and 9th overall. They did not have a good first quarter. Battled their way back in the second, secured the lead in the third, and looks like they're going to hold on to it here in the fourth unless things drastically change. That should have been a foul on Andriano. Danvers going to play through the contact and turn it over. The Magicians need points. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Every possession from here on out going to be more crucial. Fade to Andriano. If I'm Tessa, I'm going to start firing away. Inside to McDonald and blocked. Lynch has had a couple big-time blocks. McDonald triple team, got hit in the face. Pushes the ball out towards midcourt. And we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Moran because he wants to check on Lucy McDonald. Looked like she might have got poked in the eye. They're not going to take a timeout away from MHS. They're going to deem it an official injury timeout. It's tipped into the backcourt. That's fine. Foul goes against Tessa. That's her fourth. Interesting call. First action tonight for Eleanor Morgan. A long pass. Lynch has beat everybody to midcourt, but couldn't catch it cleanly. Finds the trailer. Boyd up off the back rim. A little over 3 minutes left to play. Tessa drives and is fouled. Big free throws here. Oh, Tess 0 for 2 on the trip. Another 3-on-1 for Danvers. Up ahead to Lynch. Great play by Mahan. Good hustle. Box play for Danvers and off the out of bounds to the top of the key and down low. Sachs rejects that. And that's going to be a foul on Mahan. Going to be the third on the team. It's also the third on Nora. They're trying to get Boyd the ball. They find her. Uses the screen. Great pick and roll to Joko. Drives. Looked like there was some contact there. Missed the layup. Second opportunity for Danvers. Joko gets up off the deck. Catches the air ball and then gets fouled on the putback. Joko true on the first. Off on the second. Off Greta's hands, but Mahan chases it down. Long pass. Mahan will fire. No good. And Greta again. Off her fingertips and out of bounds. Get by Sachs at half court, all the way to the rim. Excellent transition basketball by Kendall Murphy. Dancing the sideline, getting past the defender and finishing. Oh, Mahan goes down hard. Just 4 points here in the fourth quarter for the Magicians as they turn it over once again. With a minute and a half left. Oh, what a move by Joko, finishing with the left hand. This is all but over. 45-29. The Falcons have run away with the second half. Just 13 points for the Magicians since halftime. Falcons will run the shot clock all the way down here. It's down to 7. Joko, little fade away. That's the dagger. If a few baskets earlier weren't. 47-29, 30 seconds to play. The Magicians are going to fall to 6-4 and drop another one to Danvers. They'll sweep the season series. Danvers extend their win streak to 6 games, go to 10-1 overall, and stay undefeated in conference. Another turnover by the Magicians with 15 seconds left. Danvers will get it across half court and run out the clock. 47-29 is going to be the final here tonight. What a second half performance by the Falcons. So the wheels just fell off for the Magicians. Stick around in just a moment. We'll be right back with the Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Tonight's Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game is Tessa Andriano. Tessa opened the game with those couple threes, and it was tough sledding for the offense kind of the entire second half, but she was in the mix, a bunch of rebounds as well. Thought she played pretty well. So congrats, Tessa, from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner and bringing you the Player of the Game award. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Once again, the final score tonight, 47-29, Danvers over MHS. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thank you for watching.